17 and welcome to Steve's Galaxy Reborn. It says, welcome to the world and welcome to the story. In the year 2173, a not too distant future I suppose, humanity has conquered death. We've conquered it. We've realised what we can do to stop it. How amazing is that? We've achieved technological marvels, but blinded by progress and overpopulation. We've depleted Earth's resources, leading to conflicts and ecological devastation. Unable to find new habitable worlds, humanity's reached for one final stride. And after creating a bunker able to sustain 500 people, not all has seemed lost. However, nature has had other plans, and as a final strike, it took revenge on humanity. An incurable disease has awoken, eradicating the rest of humanity and its efforts at survival. So just think about that for a couple of seconds. We conquered death, and the planet devised a way to fight back by creating a population of zombies, or turning humanity into zombies, basically. The virus slowly zombified its victims, and after a mere month, humanity was gone. Or was it? Question mark. For a few survivors remained. In the bunker, Star 17 Gaming and a few others, I've not met them yet, but and a few others, have awoken with a mission to restore the Earth to its once great form. It doesn't say sub-no, or you can choose to leave it behind and go and find somewhere else to live, which is also an option as well. We'll get there, right? We're going to go to space. That's for dang sure. We wouldn't call it Skeletors Space Adventure if we didn't at least go to space. So space is on the cards. We need to get to the moon. I want to go to the other planets. I want to explore. There's a bunch of bosses out there that we can go and fight. Each respective biome, let's say, spacey biome, has its own boss, and allows us then to improve the journey and the distancing of our spacecraft to be able to get to further locations. And I think the end point, the end of the story essentially is you can go to this Planet X, which is a beautifully habitable planet, and could you choose that to be your home? Question mark. There you go. So that's the game. That's where we're at. So anybody picking up on this for the first time, that's what we are doing. Happy to answer any questions as we go through today's stream. On my agenda today, we're going to be going through building a smeltery, because now we have the items we need to start that process off. Once we've built the smeltery, I will then start to explore what's called Tinker's Construct, which is a mod pack within this set of mods. Allows us to build a variety of different tools, weapons and armors using the smeltery, rather than the vanilla experience on Minecraft of going to the crafting table and taking 3 iron and taking 2 sticks, slapping them together, and you get yourself an iron pick. This is a little bit different. You essentially build each part of the tool separately, and you can modify each of those tools separately as well. As an example, I could go and get some iron, I can chuck it in my smelter, I can then use my casting bench, so I can then cast iron as a singular piece. So let's think about the iron head, so the curved pick top, if you like, comes through as a casted piece of metal. I can attach that to another casted rod, and then I can then imbue it, or imbue, depending on how you like that word to be said, with diamond. I then have a diamond tip iron pick, which will then have a huge amount of durability and will allow me to mine pretty much most things. You know, so that's what we're talking about. And with that, I'll be able to construct some really cool hammers, which is going to make mining super efficient and super easy. When you see what we end up doing mining wise, you're going to be like, well, that's just straight up cheating. No. Let's talk about reality in real life. Humans have found a way to make things work easier for us. We have pneumatic drills, we have drilling rigs, we have machines that can bore into the earth at a very huge magnitude, and that's essentially what we can now do with this modded Minecraft experience. With all of that mining, you're probably thinking, well, okay, great, you know, you're going to do all this mining stuff, but why is that important? I'm going to need a lot of resource to get off this planet. I'm going to need a lot of stuff to make a spaceship. So it just allows us to then take that next step in our engineering development to be able to do the next thing, basically. Planet X. I prefer Planet Y. Not, says Arcana King. Arcana King, thank you for being here. Always a pleasure, my friend. Is it me, or is the mic a little off? So the other gentlemen have said. I mean, I don't know if you remember from last episode, Arcana, but we had this really horrible kind of background static last time around. As long as we don't have static this time, I'm happier. But apparently there's more tweaking to do. Can you hear me? Is the major question. That's the major question, because I've just done a lot of talking, so it would be a shame for you to turn around at this point and go, no, I haven't heard a word you just said because your mic is that bad. Oh yeah, the free dubstep for the stream. Free dubstep indeed. One thing I am going to do as well is let me just press this button and options, and I need to video settings. I need to come off full screen for a quick mo. I need to go over there. I need to open up my thermal controls so I can see what my computer is doing in the background. And I'm going to set the fans low, I hope. Let me know though if that's made any change to your audio experience. Doesn't look like it's picking it up from my perspective, but then we'll come back over here. We will click full screen back on again. I can hear you fine. Small quality of life change. Thank you, mate. Appreciate that. Thank you for the feedback. Really important to me. Anyway, as long as you can hear the Minecraft game sound and you can hear me at least, that's where we're at. So cool. What's next? So yeah, Smeltery, that's what we're doing. So we got all the bits and bobs for that last time around. So let's grab that now. So to make the Smeltery, we're going to need to take the clay that we found. So here it is. Take that clay, and we're going to need to mix it with gravel. And we're going to need sand as well. So those three items together, combined, will make grout. So as you can see, I'm going to come over here to my crafting table. I'm going to stick a stack of that there. I'm going to stick a stack of this here. And I'm going to stick a stack of that there. And I get 2 grout per. So if I create that 1 stack, I get 2 stacks of grout. And with the grout, I am grout, it says there. I can stick it in the furnace and turn that into, you'll see in just a moment, seared bricks. And with the seared bricks I can create, I'll show you here. So if I type in Smeltery, so with the seared bricks I can make a smeltery controller, a smeltery drain, seared bricks. So I can take 4 of these bricks and turn them into, you know, proper big old bricks. Seared stone is something we can do later once we've got the smeltery created. What else have we got? Seared tanks, where we can chuck lava into it, and then lava can be the thing that melts everything down. Seared glass, seared windows. There's the casting basin, there's the seared faucets, casting tables, and yeah, that's the stuff that we're going to be playing around with today. And just going to need this for a few seconds to carry on making these bricks, because that's just going to take a few moments. And let's make a little more grout, because I think we're probably going to need it. I don't have a lot of sand left, but let's get what we can. There's another 50 bits. I think that's definitely, do you know, actually I'm not, usually I go and make a supersized smeltery, but I think this time around that's not going to be absolutely necessary. I think a standard 4x4 smeltery should do us just fine. It just means that we have to take a little bit longer when processing this stuff, basically. Question, where are we going to put it? You know, I am reluctant to put it in the base. It might be cool to stick it outside now that we've kind of created a bit of safety for ourselves and things aren't spawning inside. Maybe I can do all my smelt work outside, so maybe I can kind of create a little bit of a plot for it here, just outside the front door, and outside is like an outdoor smeltery. And you know, once I've processed everything, I can, well, later on I can create a kind of a piping system to send it into storage boxes indoors. So that's something that we can essentially do. What do you guys think? Do you want an indoor smeltery or an outdoor smeltery? Al fresco or in fresco? That's not right, but it sounded right coming out my mouth. We have over here our wall of flesh. VJ says, I will smelt you in a minute. We have our wall of flesh here. This is providing us our sustenance at the moment. So we'll grab all this beautiful, wonderful monster jerky. Nothing better than tucking back on dried zombie flesh, which is no longer poisonous to eat and allows us to feel very sustained, knowing that we have vanquished our foes and are consuming them in front of their very eyes. Yummy. Outdoor, make it huge, says Jimmy LR. Outdoor, big in a blacksmith's tavern. That's a cool idea. Considering as well, I'm thinking about creating a copy of Castle Grayskull. Maybe an outdoors blacksmith would make sense, or a blacksmith that would be on the, you know, on the work site, so to speak. He's going to sustain me in a minute. I think everything I'm going to say today, you're just going to be like, I'm going to do that to you in a minute. Grab some more flesh. You might as well stick it up. Get that cooking. Get it cooking. And then we don't have to worry about that. Next time we need to get some food, we've got a whole wall full of it. So that's just one thing that we won't need to continue to worry about. We've got plenty of food now, I think. Plus the farm is growing nicely as well. We started with a humble carrot. Now we have wheat, potatoes and carrots. And please don't ask me to tell the potato story again, because I'm sure you're bored of that one by now. If I have any stories about carrots or wheat, however, I will think about how I can turn that into an interesting tale for you to enjoy. Sun's going down today. Oh, God. That says what potato story? You know, you've heard it twice now. We need some more coal. We need some more coal. Anybody got any coal up in here? Apparently I don't. What's that noise? Someone's banging on my door. He's going to break it. What are you doing? Get out of here. Leave my front door alone. You're messing up the neighbourhood, both of you. And I dropped my my little glowstone torch there as well, so no. Let's go to bed. That's the best way to deal with this. Just to sleep it off, and the problem will go away, hopefully. There we go. Problem gone, I think. They're still cruising around out there, but they'll leave us alone eventually. Anyway, coal. I need some coal. So I believe there's a bunch around, not too far away. So let's get out there, looking for it. I'm going to have to open this door up and greet our friends, the zombies. Just heard a meteor drop. Maybe you heard that too. I'm sure that we'll probably find some coal not too far away, just on the surface here. Surface coal. In fact, I think I kind of built over some on the other episode. We have had a meteor drop here and leave us some water behind. So I don't like what's happened, because it's making a mess of my beautiful new garden. but we'll deal with that later. That's not a priority for now. Here's some coal. Any more for any more. These blocks here, guys, you might be interested to see. These are fossils. I thought I had a creeper on me then. These are fossils. Inside these fossils will be DNA, and the DNA will probably be dinosaurs. So if I choose later to put a dinosaur on this planet, I can do it. If I want to take a dinosaur with me to space, I can do that too. If I want to make a planet full of dinosaurs, that's up to me. This mod pack serves for that reality. Who said Minecraft couldn't be fun with dinosaurs? Anything else over here before we run back? Because I've got a decent amount now already. 12 bits of coal. That should get us cooking. But is there any more we could take a quick advantage of? I certainly don't want to spend too much time looking for basic resources and get going with what we need to do today, certainly. There's the meteor, I'm sure. Yeah, there's coal there, look at it, loads of it. Oh, and look, we've got a great big, big part of the Earth that's left this huge chasm down there too. Which will be cool for exploring. There'll be lots of access to lots of good stuff down there when we get round to playing mine games. You know, we can already see there's a bunch of good stuff down there. But a job for a later stream, I'm sure. We're talking about getting prepared for mining first. That was a few bits of coal. That was good. Any more for any more before we run off? There's some over there, but I'm not going to bridge over there right now to get it. We'll grab this iron whilst we're here, because why not? We're looking for coal. There's some over there. You're probably thinking, how is it that coal is sucking its way into my Minecraft Skeletor? These tools I'm using at the moment have an effect called magnetism on them, so it basically draws things to you. And if you run out of inventory space, it just ends up being this kind of orbiting set of materials that keep flying around and around and around until you either let it spin around enough that it drops on the ground, or you make space and all of a sudden then it's in your inventory. But it's handy because that means I don't have to get right in to pick up the material. Alright, we actually did quite well there. 25 I can stick in each furnace. That should keep them going for a bit. We've almost got a full stack of seared bricks there. That one obviously stopped earlier. But we'll be able to get started with the smeltery in but a moment. So what's next, you might be thinking? Well, I'm going to take these seared bricks here. I'm going to go to the old crafting table, and in a format like that, I get these blocks. And I'm thinking, what did I say I was going to start with? A 4x4. 4x4 radius smeltery. So then if I come over to here, and if I go 1, 2, 3, 4, actually no, let's not do that. Let's go 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4. We'll build it within the ground there. So one more, then we'll be finished there, and then I'll put the next layer, if you like, goes around the outside here. And then on the front will be our controlling mechanisms, and yeah, we're pretty much set up there with a basic smeltery. And then if I continue to build upwards, it allows the volume to increase. I'm going to need some better doors, I think, because these little shits are really trying to get in. Leave. We don't want you here. You are not invited in this smeltery party. Please go away. You don't know the password. Have you tried simply building a moat? I haven't. As you can see, there's no moat here. But I could. I could do that. Make like a tree and leave. Make like a banana and split. Stick some grout in there. Stick some more grout in there. Grab that good stuff. And I need one more block to finish the base. Then I need... Oh no, I've used up all my sand, haven't I? I need to go and get some more sand, I think. I need to make a tank, seared tank. So yeah, it's a piece of glass in the middle and then blocks around the outside. So fear not, I can create some sand. If I've not got some in there or in there, which I don't, using our friend Minechem. So decomposer, let's stick some gravel in there. That will decompose that gravel into silicon, what was it, silicon dioxide or something like that. Do we have any more? Gravel, yes we do. Let's grab that gravel as well. Hashtag grab that gravel. So that's the stuff we want, silicon dioxide, and we want plenty of it. Why aren't we making it? Is it because we're unpowered? Yes, it is, and I need more coal. Take a few bits out of here. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'll do. So hopefully that will now raise enough power up, gigajoules, to get that going. Yeah, there we go. We've got dioxide being made in front of our eyeballs. You heard me say on an earlier episode that sand is a problem. There's not a lot of it about, so I've got to try and make it for myself. And that's what this chemistry station allows me to be able to do. Let me start with 12 then. Go into here. Stick it in there. I need my book from the microscope. Stick it back in. We're not making kaolinite because that's to make clay, and I don't have that anyway. Back in there. No, what am I doing? I need to look at it. I need to set it to sand. It's 16 silicon dioxides. 4, 4, 4, and 4 is the recipe. So let's grab a bit more and chuck it in there. We've got 30. 32 will get us 2 sand blocks, I believe. There we go. 1 and 2. Well, we got, oh, there we go. We got, how many did we get? 2. There's our 2 sand blocks, so that's good. I'll be able to make a piece of glass again. And we're back on our way to success. those in there to make the glass blocks. When we go mining, I'm sure we'll find lots of it as well. So we went all the way around with a piece of glass in the center, and that gives us our seared tank. So we got that, we've got that. What else do we need? We need the Smeltery controller, so that's just that recipe, like that. So that's the controller. We also need a drain. We're actually going to need 2 drains. So if I just take those blocks out, we'll take 2 drains. And we're also going to need a seared faucet. So like that is the way. 1, 2, and 3. But we're going to need 2 of those because we have 2 drains. So we'll take our 2 faucets. So we've got the tank. That's where the lava goes in to power the thing. We've got our controller, that's what we tell it what to do. We've got our drains. We're also going to need a casting basin to catch the liquid metal once it has finished melting, basically. And we're also going to need a casting table as well. And then the rest of what we need is basically just more seared bricks. Chuck the grout in there, grab those bricky poos, and make more bricks, and make more bricks. Lovely stuff. Now this is where it gets super exciting, putting everything together. But before we do, quick sleep. Back over to our area here. Just finish that little spot down there. So we want... Who did that? Oh, it's those blazes. Question, VJ4S other name. How would the moat protect us from blazes? Challenging you. I'm challenging you to answer that question. Maybe I can destroy them from afar with this here bow and arrow. Oh, they're shooting each other. Now this guy was helping me out. I don't feel necessary to hurt it, but he might get involved in a second. Blaze's ability to fly mean you stuffed. Yep, that's true. That is true. But he's chill, so I'm going to leave him. Right, anyway, so we got the Smeltery controller. That's going to go here. We've got our tank. We'll stick that one there. We've got our 2 drains. There and there. Our faucets go on there and there. We need to make those 2 available for the casting basin and the casting table. And then the rest of this is bricks. In fact, we've got enough to get started. As you can see, that's just clicked on there. I need a bucket of lava chucked into there, and then if I start putting my materials in here, I can process 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 at once. If I add another row of bricks around the top here, I double that, and then again and again and again and again and again. I think the maximum is 8 times, but we shouldn't need to get that intense, I don't think. Right, this blaze is getting closer now, so... Shoo! Shoo! Oh, he's going up! That was a good shot. I like that one. Right. They're all super interested in my smeltery creation here. So I need to go down into the mine and get some lava. That's the next thing to do. So let's get rid of this bow and arrow, because I don't need it. And would you look at that? I had glass in here all along. So let's get rid of those. I don't need to be carrying this iron with me. Oh, I got a new book, Mighty Smelting. We can take a read of that in a little bit. I'll stick the rest of this clay up here. This cobblestone can go as well. That gravel can hang out there too. Rotten flesh is on the wall. We're good with that. Monster jerky though we can keep. I do need to fix this sword as it's getting a bit busted up now from all of the zombies we've been smashing. That pig needs fixing as well. I've got a carrot in my pocket, not necessary for me to carry that around. Don't need all of this jerky. The skystone slabs can go up here. This is from last episode. Let's just chuck them up. These will be helpful. Krukenite, that's what I need. And I can't remember if I need to turn that into a block or not. But where's my anvil? There. Sword. Krukenites. No. Doesn't like it like that. Did I have to do this? I think I do. I have talked about this in a previous episode as well. I would like to start building my wall of honor, my Wowsy wall, so that I can say thank you to you guys who come along and spend time with us in the stream. So VGS for other name, Arcana King, as well as Jimmy LR. You will all get a pride of place on the wall itself, so that when you see it, you can say, I was here. I saw that. Okay, that's not working. Why can't I fix my sword? Oh, I think I went through this last time. I ended up just creating a new one. Let's chuck another one in there then. And grabbing those sticks back. Arcana King says, exclamation point, yes, daddy. I think that shows excitement. There we go. We'll just make another sword. Instead of fixing that one, we're just going to make another one. And I will put my knackered ones away. Maybe I can use those to fix the one that I've got with the busted ones. I'm pretty sure I've got another one of those somewhere from doing this last time. Maybe. Maybe not. Alright, we've got a good sword. I do need to fix these tools. So that will be over here on this here anvil. Won't it? No. But apparently something's going to cost me 5 enchantments. For what exactly? That made no sense to me whatsoever. Maybe the fact that it's enchanted means I can't repair it. So let's just make another pick and take it with us. Again, another great thing about the Tinker's stuff is that you can repair your items. Easy peasy. But these one-purpose jobbers are causing me a bit of a annoyance. Anyway, there we go. That's right? That's pick. That's how we did it last time, or is it like that? No. Yeah, one of the things that's a bit annoying about the when you go back to the main screen like that, it takes a couple of seconds. I guess that's because it's processing all this information to put it back up in front of you. But meteor pick. Where's the recipe for that again? Okay, 2 iron, not sticks. 1, 2. Ba-bum and ba-ba-bum, and there we go. We'll just take a spare one of those with us on the journey. You can go in there, you can go in there, and let's, oh no, we need a bucket. We're not getting any lava without buckets. We've got one, but I'm going to show you guys a pretty cool tool about the backpack. So we'll grab our backpack, and I need to put it on. I always forget how this works. So if I select the backpack and press right click, there we go. Now I'm wearing it. And then if I press B, I can take it off again. But yeah, if I take my buckets of lava, I can actually put it in the backpack. So the backpack counts as a bit of a storage for fluids. I can get water, I can get oil, and I can get lava. I can stick it in the backpack. I can walk it back on my back, and got a nice little healthy tank full of liquid. Which is another really cool mod in the Backpacks mod. If you're interested in adding that to your Minecraft experience, it's called Adventure Backpacks. There's lots of backpack mods out there, really useful, especially if you're doing, and I should be wearing mine more often if I'm honest, doing long mining missions, because you can make good use of the storage space that's in there and get better backpacks as well, increase the size. This coal is probably going to be useful to us, as well as this iron. Just grab those two things and carry on. Lava, looking for it. Have you seen it? There's some. So, backpack down. Like that. Grab our bucket of lava and we stick it in there. And as you can see, it's collecting the lava in the side. If I'm not mistaken, you could, I need to look into this, build like a hose system so that you can actually just walk up to things and just suck it up. Which makes this process a lot more easier. There we go, it's a bit more. Let's chuck it on the other side as well. Whoops a daisy. Any more for any more? There's some. Here's some more. One more, and we can go back to our smeltery. There we go. Excelente. Right, where was out? Let's not get lost again. This way. Hope everybody's had great weekends and you've been enjoying yourselves. If you were asking or interested, I have had a little bit of heartache this weekend. My car decided that on Saturday morning it was no longer going to start. So I have been fighting with the AA, Automobile Assistance, as well as the company I bought the car from, as I've only had it for probably about 6-7 weeks. I need them to give me a hand with how to resolve that, and over the weekend it's been a nightmare because nobody's picking up their telephones and nobody wants to help out this old Star 17. So I did some stuff myself, and I've got to be careful. I can't do any more than that because there's a warranty on it and I can't muck around with that. So yeah, I had a little bit of heartache with my vehicle. Oh, hello Mr. Spider, where did you come from? Please leave. You're not allowed in. We've got a witch over there. Oh god, it's all going off here now. But went to the cinema yesterday. Took the children to see a movie about cats in a museum. It was an interesting film with cats. Played a little bit of Conan Exiles, which was fun. I enjoyed that game. What else did I get up to this weekend? I made some pretty decent chicken wings last night. Just preparing for the week, really. Getting the kids ready for the week ahead. Right, here we go. So, I better eat, because those mobs just took a bunch of health off of me. See a little creeper down there, look. There's that witch again. Oh, they're all out here. Look at them all. No. I said no. Wow. Okay. That just happened. Any of you guys remember Halo 3 from the old days? That looked like a rocket jump if I've ever seen one. Using explosives to get yourself over a high object. And I'm bleeding on the floor. So that didn't make too much mess, but it did knacker my torches. So let's just get rid of these boys. I fixed the mess that they just made. Okay. Bad creeper. There we go. Right, back to this business. So, we'll take our bucket of lava. I'm sure you can imagine what happens next. I will stick it in there. This can handle 4 buckets full at a time. So I shove that back up there. I can take the lava back out. 2, 3. See if we can squeeze another one in. And 4. So that's maxed out there. And then if we take our iron, as you can see, there's 4 iron blocks. Now, if I put that through a furnace, I should get a total of 4 ingots back. But with the smelter, I chuck it in there. It's just going to take a second or two just to warm up and melt down. But we'll be able to see it. There you go. You can see the iron blocks are there. Even the creeper can see it. We'll see that turn into red liquid shortly. And then using these drains, I can drain them out. Let's see what other irons I've got. I do need to make an ingot cast, though. That's something I'm going to need to do. And I can only do that really with gold. So let's grab the gold. I've got a lot more iron ores here, which is good. And I'm going to need a brick of something to make the cast with as well. So let's grab one of those. Here we go. So if I put a brick in there, and if there you go, you can see the iron is bubbling away in there now. We've got 8 ingots now, 1 away from a block basically. So I'm just going to shove 1 more in there because I'd like to be able to get 1 block out and then stick some gold in to create a cast. You're probably thinking, well, why not just make a cast with iron? It doesn't like it. You can only make casts with gold, or I can't remember what the other material is. It's something like clay, but that breaks every time you do it that way. So it's like a cheap way of making it. It's best to do it with gold because the gold you can keep using over and over and over and over again. You'll see what I mean in a second. So there we go, that iron is now melted into the mix. So now we've got 10 ingots, and as we know in Minecraft, 9 equals a block. So if I now use this faucet here, it's going to pipe that down into this basin and turn it into a straight block for me, leaving 1 ingot remaining. So yeah, it's just going to take a couple of seconds to form, and there we go. So as you can see here now, we've got 1 iron ingot in there. Now if I used to chuck this gold in there, what it's going to try and do, it's going to try and mix these two things together. So I don't want that to happen. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to stick the iron in there to chill for now. Put the gold up. So that should melt down quicker than iron, because as you know, the heating temperature for gold is a lot less than it is for iron. And then that's going to turn into what should be 10, because it's to the power of 2, ingots. And that should definitely be enough to create a initial cast of an ingot, and then I can make subsequent ingots from there. So then when it comes to melting my materials, if I've got 9, I can make a block. If I've got numbers outside of 9, I can use them to make ingots and then collect them that way. So as you can see then, yeah, 10 ingots of molten gold. If I then use this one over here onto this brick, it's going to form as a cast. So now we've got an ingot cast. What do we got here? We've got 8 ingots, that's right. So I can just stand here and pipe these lads out, like so. Isn't this a fun way of playing Minecraft? I'm having a good time. We're going to be spending a lot of intimate time with the smeltery as well. So yeah, definitely going to make it bigger, because the more we can do, the quicker we can work, the more efficient we can be. To left, and I tell you, we are going to get through a lot of metal in this playthrough. If I was smart enough, I would create a metal count of what we are using throughout, because that would be a really fun infographic to have. Can you make a wash table, says Jimmy LR. No, unfortunately we cannot make a gold mining wash table, but I am considering doing a gold rush stream at some point in the future, and you should know, because I believe you've played this game yourself in the past. There is a video game, it's made by the Discovery Channel and other developers, based on the TV show Gold Rush. And you can have a wash table in that, and I think that's a little bit more of a gold mining simulation, so definitely something I might have a go at doing some point in the future. I think everybody's going to be bored to death of it, but I will enjoy doing it. Who doesn't like mining? Who doesn't like mining for gold? Who doesn't like watching that gold go for a wash table and then come out at the end? And who doesn't want to sell that gold for high premiums of money and then buy other things and continue that process until you are a bajillionaire? So we've got 32 ingots in there now. We're processing iron like there is no tomorrow. Obviously, yes, I can put 1 through there and make a block of iron as well. But yeah, just the fact that we're getting double of everything that we create now is a good thing. It means that we are, not having to keep constantly going out mining for things, because, we're making more of it. Duplicating our efforts. There's 47 ingots left to process. I will save you a bit of that, though, and let's do this. 1, 2, 3, 4. Have we got any more seared bricks? No. That's a shame. I'm going to need some more. No, I'm not, actually, because I can do something else. Sorry, I was going to say I'm going to need some more sand and everything else, but actually now I've got the base level done. Oh, no, we've got a bunch of gold there as well. Now I've got the base level done, there's more iron there too. I can actually process cobblestone into... Any more cobbles about? So I can process cobblestone into... Oh, look at all this. Into seared bricks and use that instead. So actually I might save these 4 blocks for something else and instead process this cobblestone. A few more bits of iron in there. So tick that off the box. We've made a smeltery. We've got a working smeltery now. Next thing we're going to need to do is build the Tinker's Workshop, which is the various benches you then need to go ahead and make the new tools and the new items. So that's something I will do on the new day. Already we've got 5 blocks of iron there, which is nice. I might leave this backpack here actually, and this, you guys again, and this can be the spot where I keep all of the ores that we process. Let's go and get a sleep on. Yeah, that's the inherent issue of working outside, is that all the mobs here will come over because they're curious and they want to suck down on your juicy human flesh. Alright, what time have we got? 11:03, so about an hour into today's stream. 58 minutes and something, so we'll be playing for 1 more hour and then I'll be wrapping up there. Need to get on and deal with my car situation today, so I need to call the AA and get the diagnostic check that they did the other day and get that over to a garage to see if it's something that they could price up for me, and then I need to go back and speak to the warranty team again and say, hey, this is how much it's going to cost to do the work, will you approve it? And then hopefully they will say yes, and then I can get that started, and then maybe someone will fix my car, and then I'll be able to drive it again. $20 left. So I think that's going to be 2 blocks and 2 ingots, if my maths is correct. So we will do that at the same time. Zombies, please go away. Let's see it as it goes. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. My maths was correct. Thank you. Cool. So now I'm going to chuck in the cobblestone. That's what we're going to do now, because we're going to turn these cobblestones, that's going to turn that into melted stone, basically, and then, yeah, I'll process that into blocks, and then we can stick that around the top there, and that acts as the insulating materials that we can use to improve this, this smeltery. I'm going to need more cobblestone, though, for dang sure, because it goes through a lot of this stuff, which means I need to elbow my way past these naughty zombies. Definitely not going to take 7 blocks of iron with me for the journey, so let's chuck that up there, and they can go in there. And that coal can go over here. Probably don't need to take that iron with me either. And that's just all junk really, but let's just chuck that up because I don't need to carry it around. Cobblestone down there. Yeah, all the rest of that's just stuff really, isn't it? Okay, zombies. You asked for it. Here I am. What do you want today? Why were you so determined to touch me on fire? I suppose a good question we could ask ourselves is, where do we want to start mining? Because that might be a good spot to start taking our cobblestone out of. Now I'm thinking relatively close to the base, less travel time back and forth. But why not right here? Why not right here indeed? So let's grab, or make a start if you like, of our mine there. We've got a few stacks of cobblestone. That should get us started. It's a handsome amount to get started for sure. You can go in the pit. Some iron there, thank you. Some copper over here as well. Let's grab that. The rest of this stuff we will get later. There you go, access in and out. Just going to fill in some of these holes these creepers have made on my doorstep. There we go. Alright, and we've got some more. So that makes 2 blocks, what we just processed there. So now we've got to chuck some more in there. We got our 2 blocks out. And we'll start increasing the size of the smelter. At the same time, I'll also start working on the Tinker's stuff as well. So there's 2. Eat some food. Okay, so we're going to need a, type in Tinkers. We're going to need a stencil table to start with. So that is one of these blank patterns plus wood planks. I'll show you in a mo how to make the blank patterns, but it looks like we've got more processed cobble, 2 more blocks, 1, and 2. Let's grab some wood and some sticks. Do we have any in here? We've got some sticks there, and we definitely have wood over here. Very much. How are you doing? Nearly there. So then if we go over here and we go stick, stick. No, we don't. We need some planks first. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So if we go stick and plank, we get blank patterns. So we'll grab a few of those. And then the recipe was 1 of those and 1 of those on top. That makes a stencil table. And then with the stencil table, if we put blank patterns in there, we can create a like a pig head pattern, as you can see there. What's next, however? Well, first of all, let's process this stone. We'll start chucking it up. So once we get the second layer on here, we'll be able to process more stone more quicker. You might be thinking, what happens if you walk inside the smeltery? It will hurt and it will burn and blood will fall out of my body, and for some reason blood then becomes a separate item within the smeltery itself, and I can actually extract that and put that into little blobs, of blood blobs. I don't know what its purpose is. I'm sure it has it. I think it's something to do with DNA and things like that. But yeah, without having to obviously get a injection system and remove my blood that way, I can jump in the smeltery and let the blood fall out of my body, and it collects, and I can process it separately as an ingot if I wanted to as well, which is kind of strange. VJS says more stone faster. So we did the stencil table. The next thing is the tool table. Tool table. No, it's not. Tool station. That's it. So we need a blank pattern and we need a standard crafting table. So that we can do like so. And then to turn that into a crafting station with legs, we do that. Let's grab a pattern from there, stick it back in like so, and that's our tool station. Stick the tool station there next to the stencil table. From here we can take the stencil. No, we don't. We don't do that at all. We need the part station, I think it's called. Part builder, that's the one. So we need a blank pattern and a piece of log next. So piece of log, pattern, that makes the part builder. Let's put it in this order. So it goes 1, 2, 3, and 4. So that's the right thing to do. So yeah, part builder, that's where you put the stencil. So we take our stencil, so let's say it's a pickaxe head pattern. Take that, stick it in here, and add a material, stone as an example. We can make a stone pickaxe head. So, thank you. And that is always going to be a stencil now. We can use it over and over and over again. Let's take a tool rod pattern, stick that in there, stick a stone on there. We've got a stone rod and some, I don't know what you'd call that, some kind of byproduct, if you like, stone shard. And also we need a binding pattern. That's a tough one. We need the little one, like so. Maybe we can make it with that. Yes, we can. So there's our 3 items. If we take that now to the tool station, click pick, take our 3 items, so the stone head, the binding, stone binding, and then the rod. That together makes a stone pickaxe. I mean, that's just a stone one. I don't want to be working with stone, but it gives you an idea of what this is all about. Now if I make casts of these 3 items with my smeltery, I can then cast whatever material for the future. So we're going to need our gold again in a minute, once I finish doing what I'm doing, and I can start making a head, a binding, and the rod, and start making some iron tools that way that I can, like I say, imbue with other things, and that's where this gets really fun. One other thing I'm going to do though before I move off is make another crafting table their way, and is it called a pattern chest? Pattern chest, that's what I want. So that's a chest with a blank pattern on the top. So I can put all of my stencils in one spot. Come back here, like this and like that. So all of the patterns can go in there. I don't have to fill up my pockets. Yeah, I'll make the stencil here, you make the part there, you form it together, make the tool, and then on the end I'm going to have a standard tinker table. Tinker table is a bit different than the crafting table. You can do more faster there as well. Lovely, back over here again, let's process this stone. We've got some more blazes over there, so I'm going to go to bed before they realise I'm outside and want to shoot on me again. And we're back. Are they still out there? Yes, they are. We've got zombies on fire, and a lot of them hanging out at the doorway. Maybe I should create a, I don't know, some lava deployment system just to cook the arse out of everything that hangs out on my doorstep every day, because this is getting a bit out of control, isn't it? Or maybe a second perimeter. So you can stand out that one, not this one. He has returned. Did I leave? What happened? Are you talking about the blazes? Or was it an ad? Who knows? Who knows? You shouldn't be seeing those though, because you are subs. Just get rid of these guys, because they are just a pain in the arse, aren't they? Grab all their offal off the ground, their offerings. There we go. Right. Grab, process. I'm not going to make any more stone for now, because I am going to instead start making a decent pick. Although we're not too far away. 1, 2, 6 left to do. Let's just very quickly do another 6 blocks, and then I'll do the tinkery tinker. I want you there. Do you know what? I can unfurl the bedroll as well and sleep there instead of like running into the house. Go away, all of you. This is actually waste now, but what I should do is again take 1, 2, and 3 of those and make a stone part of each. 1, 2, and you go in there and add to the binder. There we go. Because we will take those parts, we will chuck them into there. So when we put the gold over it in a second, we create a cast pattern for ourselves for the future. Has to be gold, remember. Can't do it with iron. And the gold will actually destroy the stone in the process, because the stone can't handle the seared gold on top of it. And we'll just end up with the pattern, which is all we need really. That pattern is what we can then use with a different material and make a stronger item. Four more of those, and we are at tier 2. And you'll see this double. So we'll be able to process more and quick. Hey guys. Now I'm antagonizing the zombies, aren't I? That blaze is getting a bit closer. Oh, another thing I like to do with the smelter, as we're going to end up with an absolute ton of casts eventually, is actually make the smelter the kind of the hanging object for all of these casts. So if I grab have I got any planks? Yes, I do. Some slabs, sorry. If I take these slabs and if I run them like that and make some drying racks, 12 of them, I heard that meteor drop. I can place those on the smelter and then stick my casts hanging off them. So when I need them, I can grab them and stick them in the respective slots and make the thing I'm looking to make. And just again, it's another efficiency thing that I've devised for myself. Stick another one there. You go there and you go there. Now, exciting times. As you should see now, our Smeltery controller says that we can now process double what we did previously. So that's fun. Let's take our gold out. Let's run our gold in and liquidate that, or melt that back down to liquid, because we're going to pour that beautiful gold over this pick head and make a cast. Shouldn't take too long, as gold will melt quickly. We are running out of lava though, so another thing we could do is grab some of that and pop that in there. That should do us for a bit. Right, there's our molten gold. Let's pour that over the pick head. I'm saying pick head, not anything else. Oh, okay, it doesn't destroy that. I thought it destroys the pick head, which is actually waste now anyway. But there we go, pick head cast. Pickaxe head cast, sorry. There we go. And now we have to do the same with the binding piece. Boom. And the rod as well. I mean, one thing you could do, you're probably thinking to yourselves, well, why not make the thing and then cast the whole object? So we've got this stone pickaxe here. I could chuck that in there like that. And if I run, or try and run, gold over the top of it, it says no, you can't do that. So that's why I've not done that, basically. But yeah, let's stick the ingot cast back in there. Grab these 2 bits of ingots that's left over. Nope, what am I doing that for? I'm sure you've got questions. I certainly did the first time I did this, and you might be asking yourself, like, can I process obsidian this way? The answer is, yes, you can. I can put obsidian in the smeltery and liquidate it, melt it down into a liquid, and process an obsidian head and an obsidian binding and an obsidian tool rod and form them together that way. Oh, actually, yes, I've just remembered. I need to make something else. What is it called again? It's called the tool forge. So that's 3 seared bricks. We saved 4 earlier. Some blocks of iron and a tool station together to make the tool forge. So that one again was blank and irregular. So let's grab our blank. These guys can now go up there because we've done that. Do we have wood? Yes, we do. So tool station, and it was 3 blocks of iron, or 4 blocks of iron, and 3 seared bricks, which I conveniently saved over here. 1, 2, 3. So I should go like that, like this, stick that in there for a tool forge, and with that we can make more things. So as you can see here with the standard tool station, which I could have made the iron pick with this guy, we can make hammers, we can make lumber axes, we can make excavators, we can make scythes, we can make swords and shurikens and frying pans and chisels and short bows and throwing knives, javelins, battle signs, An advanced weapon technology worthy of zombie pigment everywhere. Special ability, damage reflector. Natural ability, writable. Damage low, durability average. Crossbows, longbows, battle axes. Yeah, lots and lots and lots and lots of different fun things. But what we want to do, what have we got in here at the moment? Now, let's pop our iron in. Let's take our cast. Let's make ourselves a full set of shiny tools. I think we deserve that. We certainly do. I'll show you some of the fun stuff that we can do with this. Again, we only need to do this once. Don't need to do this twice. Once it's done, we can just repair the item. We don't need to make another one. But once we've got a shiny, good set of tools, we're then ready, essentially, for super mining. Okay, 12 ingots, so we'll run the iron in there. We'll get our binding thing, our crisscross. And we will get our rod. Look at me casually working in the night time. There's our rod. And then we go over here and we say, I'm going to make a pick. We take our iron head, we take our binding, we take the rod, we put it together, and we get an iron pickaxe which has a +3 attack damage and durability of 324, effective durability of 360, mining speed level 6, and mining level redstone. Modifiers remaining 3. So I can actually modify this thing 3 times. You hear 3 smacks, that means you've made the thing. Now, if I grab some, I'm sure I have some here somewhere. Diamond and redstone. Pop back over to the forge. So you heard me say earlier, so if I go to the regular repair and modification part, stick the pick in, add a diamond. I can modify this with iron, so then it becomes a diamond tipped iron pickaxe. Durability is now +500, so 824. Effective durability is now 915, and mining speed is still 6, but now my mining level is at obsidian. So I can mine at obsidian level, and I've still got 2 modifiers remaining. So let's say I wanted to add redstone to this as well. What that would do is that increases the mining speed of this pickaxe. So I've got a stack in there. If I keep adding redstone to it, you'll see the mining speed will get to a point where I've literally got to wiggle the thing in front of the thing I'm trying to mine, and it will take it super fast. Really handy. And then there's another thing I can do as well with the mossy cobblestone, where if I can get the vines off of it, I can add that as a modification, and what that then does is it will auto heal itself, or auto fix itself. So apparently we've got 44 out of 50, so 6 more of those. Boom. So yeah, now that's got haste. So as well as durability +500, it's also got haste on there too, which means that the mining speed went from 6 to 10. So I've just improved that by over half, basically. And doesn't it look nice? What a beautiful looking pick we've got. But wait, there's more. There's certainly more. Where's that mossy cobblestone? Let's see if we can do this as well. Another thing you can add on there for durability is emerald. I don't have any of that, but you can add emerald onto it as a modification. That's a good durability stat as well. Mossy cobblestone, have you seen it? There's one there. How does this work again? How do I take the vines out of the stone brick? I forget. I'm sure I've got a bunch of these things somewhere. Moss stone, maybe it's that one. So if I take that here, stick that there, no? Like that, maybe? No. I might need to consult the lords of the internet a second. Let me check. How do I remove vine from mossy cobblestone? Shears is the answer. So we can do that because we've got iron somewhere there. So if we take our shears, I don't think it's like this, no. Okay, it's not like that. It's not like that. Confused. Using shears on mossy cobblestone and mossy stone brick removes the moss from them as vines, basically uncrafting them in a way. From the way Microsoft, the addition of an uncrafting table is largely unlikely. Uncrafting tools is too OP. It's not actually giving me the information I need. Let's try this again. How do you get rid of moss on Minecraft? Moss blocks can be mined using any tool or by hand. A hoe is the fastest way to break it. No, that's not what we're trying to do. How do you make mossy cobblestone with vines? No. What happens when you smelt mossy cobblestone? Can you remove moss from mossy cobblestone? Using shears on mossy cobblestone and mossy stone bricks removes the moss from them as vines, basically uncrafting them in a way. Well, why is that not working for us? Is the question. So I'm pretty sure I've done this myself in the past. That is a shears, right? Nimble shears. Yeah. Well, never mind. Anyway, if later on I come across vines, I will do it that way, or I will speak to the mod developer and see if that's something that he might have switched off in the mods. But yeah, my assumption was that you can take the vine from the mossy cobblestone and then I can add that as a mod onto the oopsie daisy, onto the I can't even analyze it, onto the tool, and then you get auto heal on the tool, which is super useful. Then I don't need to keep fixing my tools; they automatically heal whilst being used, like you would do if you added a enchantment book with whatever it's called. I can't remember what it's called now. It's also incredibly likely that I'm just doing it wrong. Because I do that. That is a thing I do. Diamond can go back up. Actually, let's move this stuff now into... oh, we've got a new book. Materials and You, Volume 2. And Tinker's Weaponry. That's useful. Get rid of that. These, those. I'll hold on to that. No, we're using that. Get rid of that. Don't need that, don't need that, don't need that, don't need that. Fine. That now replaces this. We're going to lose the magnetization from the pick. But I'm alright with that, because we can make some armour that does the same thing. So what have we got going on in here? So we've still got some iron in there. We've got some tools that we can still make. So if we now make a... Looks like they've taken the Paxel out of the game. Oh no, the Paxel is done differently. But we can make an axe, hatchet. So let's do that. So we'll get the hatchet head. And then we've already got the rod. Apparently that's all you need. One of those. One of those. Like that. Chuck those guys back in there. This is iron, isn't it? Yes, and 10 of them. So let us process that. Sleep. And then we'll put our gold in. And then put our new parts in there. I'm going to put that here, that there. You guys go there. That also goes there. So there's an axe head cast. We've already got the rod cast, so we don't need to make another one of those. No need for me to do that. And then we also want to make a shovel. So let's do a shovel head. Like, nope. Like this. Nope. Like that. That's now rubbish. You go in there. That comes out. Shovel's just those two items. Mattock is that, and that. So we can make a mattock with the ones that we've already got. We can make a sword. That's what we can do. Although we've got this nice sword here. We can start making our own good swords as well. So if we get a sword head. I think it's that one, right? Sword blade pattern. And the cross guard. I think the other one was just the rod handle. I'm pretty sure that's just a standard rod, which we've already got. So then we can go 1 and 2 and 1 and 2. Good. So there's our spade head. Let's add the wide guard. as well as the sword blade. And that should be the bits we need for those extra tools. Let's do that and stick up some stuff as we go as well. Okay, so we've still got a bunch of gold in here, so let's process that real quick. What should we make first? Let's do the shovel first. One of those, and we're going to need that as well. So we need to clear out the gold before we can then start working with iron again. The only thing I find annoying about the smeltery is that, yeah, if I chuck iron in there, it's going to try and mix the two things together. And I think gold and silver make something called electrum or something like that, which is used later on in electrical components. But I don't want to do that. I don't want to lose the gold that we have, because that's a bit of a headache to find, and keep them separate, basically. You can, if you had multiple things in here, like I can chuck loads of different ores in here, and it will literally just melt everything and then show you in different tiers what they all are. But it will still mix things that it thinks it can mix. But then you can select between them by clicking on them and then say, well, I'm going to process the gold, and then I'm going to process the bronze, and then I'm going to process this, and then that, and everything else. So bronze is something that we're going to need to make, which requires mixing as well. I believe that's copper and aluminium together, which makes bronze. We're going to be using a lot of bronze, again, in electronics and you know, making different machineries. So yeah, we'll end up with loads of that at some point. What's another one that it requires? Steel is a headache to make. So you need iron, obviously, and then you need to make a it's like a coal furnace. I can't remember exactly what it's called, but you use kind of coal cokes in a blast furnace to make reinforced iron, and then you then take that reinforced iron, and I think you have to like compress it. You have to do all kinds of weird stuff. It's but eventually you can make steel. Steel is necessary for the ship. We don't want to be going up to space in a copper spaceship, after all. Yeah, making steel becomes expensive, let's say, because all of a sudden you're using 3 or 4 machines to do that. A lot of fun, certainly. Right, there we go. So we processed all that gold now. Let's chuck some iron back in. Stick that there for now. Grab that iron. You go in. Put this gold up here. So already we're getting decent amounts of materials to get started with. We need to process that at some point. I've also got a bunch of other things to process at some point too, which I might do off cam, so you guys don't have to sit here and watch me just processing metal over and over and over and over again. But we'll take all our good stuff, stick it in that adventure backpack. So we've got uranium ore, we've got aluminium ore. You are rubbish. You are rubbish. You are rubbish. We've got silver ore. We've got osmium ore. More of those. You're rubbish. We've got ferrous ore. More copper. Aluminium. You're rubbish as well now, right? Yep. Aluminium. More gold. More osmium. We'll use silver. Aluminium ore. That's a different ore type for the same thing. You'll notice that there's 2 different ores sometimes for the same thing. But once you process them, they come out the same at the end. This ferrous ore can come out as well. No, you can stay there for now. So gold ingots, meteor ingots, up, crukenites, that can go down there for processing, 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 and processing, and processing, and more processing, like that. We should have our 6 ingots now, and we will make our guard. We will make our rod. And sword blade. Now I don't think we need that one anymore. We won't need the sword blade anymore. The axe head we will need, because we need to process one of those. But I think we should be able to now make our sword like iron, 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 like that iron broadsword, which again we can diamond tip. So putting the sword there, putting the diamond there, we can now diamond tip it. It gives us a bit more of a durability boost. And redstone it as well. No, we can't. We can't increase the speeds of the swords. I think that's because there's a different variety of swords, and if I wanted a quicker weapon, I could make like a rapier or you know, something else. So there we go. We got a sword now at diamond level and a pick. Now we'll go ahead and make the axe. Like so. I know you're all itching to scream, and my axe. It was certainly going off in my head. And then add the axe. Give us another one of those sweet, sweet diamonds. Add the diamond to the axe, so we can have a diamond tipped axe. This one we can make quicker as well, so we can do this as well 50 times. You get to hear the smicky smackies as we do it. We're at 38 out of 50, that's 40, so 10 more times. I am going to run out of redstone before I finish all of the tools, but it's a good start. So that should be 50 on there. Oh, wait, no. Now it is. So mining speed 10, durability 915 or other durability 824, and yeah, we got a good axe. And then we also need to sleep. Monsters are nearby. Alright, we're going to have to sleep indoors. And what was I doing? Sorry. That was it. And then we're going to make the shovel next. Not enough iron for this, probably just. But that one ingot remains. But we won't need that anymore. We won't need that anymore. We won't need that anymore. It's raining. It's poisonous. We don't like it. Give me that piece of iron. And let's run inside. You zombies. You did this. I mean, that's annoying because I'm trying to get stuff done before the end of the stream. Let's just do it. Let's just do it. So we are making that with this and with this. We need 1 diamond. Stick our shovel in there. Our diamond in there. Diamond tip the shovel. You might be thinking, why go into all that lengths for a shovel? Because they're all a set now, aren't they? Look at them. They got their nice blue kind of outwards motif going on. I'm definitely not going to make a hoe. With the red under the tool part attaching the handle, you know, they all look pretty cool. All nice and uniform, apart from the sword, which unfortunately doesn't get it, but all nice and uniform. Yeah, and we can keep these as backup tools, I suppose. So we'll put the that axe in there, that one over there, and that one over there, and that now replaces those. Our sword, which used to have fire aspect on there, we will replace, because the attack damage is 6 against... Is that 3? 6? Although it has minus 40% damage, minus 20% speed, as it was a bad build. Attack, 3 hearts. So it does 3 hearts worth of damage, apparently. Let's get it out and have a look. Yeah. Cool. Good. Okay, so everything I've wanted to achieve today, we have achieved. It's always good to tick all of your to-do items off the list, basically. So, Smeltery over there. In fact, let's chuck some more cobble through it. See if we can get that top floor on there with the rest of the remaining time. Completely max out the smeltery a little bit. Run back indoors because it hurts out there. What's that process is? Living entities detected in airspace. Prepare for multiple impacts. Right, so this can happen. Because he's an achiever, says VJ. This can happen, and they are, and you're like this, VJ, a bunch of space kittens, and they do wreak havoc. But keep your eyes peeled for space kitties. See if this tells us anything. Although it's collecting items for us, that's great. Because now we've improved the power level of our comet blocker to 4 out of 5, meaning our range of support is now 192 blocks radius. Space mittens, yeah, they kill everything. They're great because what they do is they just run havoc. They just spread in every direction and just kill everything in front of them. But if I'm there too, they usually attack me as well. And they are little kittens with space helmets on. They look really cool. Kittens from outer space. Kitten mittens. Right, now we're making 4 blocks at a time. This is good, isn't it? Which means next time we improve this, it'll be 6 blocks at a time. So I was just looking for those kittens. 3 and 4. Good to get this to a tier 3 smeltery before the end. What have we got? 9 minutes to do it, 8 minutes to do it. Another 4 blocks there. 1, 2, 3, and 4. We'll do a little parkour jump back up here again. Let's go 1, 2, and then over here 1, 2. You know, I'm half tempted to make the hammer before we finish as well, because the hammer is the business. And when it comes to mining, if you've got the hammer, not only can you say it's hammer time every time you get it out, or in a Matt Berry format, it's hammer time, but you can also smash rock at a 3x3 radius, meaning you can make exceptionally long and large tunnels really quickly. Stick 2 up there, 2 over there, 4 left. Ouch. Another smidge of parkour. Right, that should be tier 3 now, so that goes another 1. Though I don't think I have enough cobblestone to show you. Yeah, there was a few spots there, but there we have it. That one is to the power of 3. I'll probably stick 1 more layer on the top there and then leave it there. That's plenty, I think. That will allow us to do, I think it's like 1 full stack of iron or whatever material at once. The bit that's going to take its sweet time is draining it out of here, but I could technically make more drains and just, you know, have a few more of these basins down here and just process them quicker, which is also an option too. Right, hammers we were talking about. So what do we need to make this here hammer? So we need this fella, that fella, and a tough tool rod. I think that one is. So if we go back to our stencil table, and we're going to need some more patterns, which, if we remember the recipe, is wood to start with. So let's get wood, sticks, like this, like this, like that, and like that. Let's grab a few of those. That finish, what do we get? 4 blocks, 3 on ingots. Yeah, I really didn't want to have to make seared ingots, but there we go. Something happened. An anonymous gifter gave Jimmy LR a tier 1 sub. Thank you, anonymous gifter, for your gift of a tier 1 sub. That's very, very generous of you. We appreciate it. Jimmy LR gets to live without ads for a bit longer. What a treat. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. We will come back to that for sure. What was I doing? Right, I need to make you. That's what I need to make. And I need to make you. And I need the tough rod as well. And I'm going to need more cobblestones. Never mind. Let's get a quick sleep on. And get back out there with our new sword. How do you like this sword? Shadow Hunter 96. Oh, tough rod. Maybe Minecraft isn't so bad. There's 2 different measures of rod. Regular and tough. Welcome, Shadow, to my little stream. It's nice to have you here. Thank you for coming along. I wonder and wager, was you our anonymous gifter? You don't need to answer that question, but either way, it's nice to have you. You may not have been around for the big discussion at the beginning of what it is we're doing here. This is modded Minecraft. We're in a post-apocalyptic world, and survival is necessary. And we are also looking to build spaceships and get off this planet and restart humanity either elsewhere or from here. We're about 6 episodes in. We've done about 10 to 15 hours worth of gameplay so far. So yeah, there's been a lot that's been going on. Which measure do you use? Feet. Imagine trying to measure the tough rod with a foot. That would be interesting, wouldn't it? Post-apocalypse is right. Everything has been turned into squares. Squares and brown and fire. And all the trees are dead. All organic life is gone. And there's meteors dropping out of the sky all over the place. It's a hazardous place. We don't like it here. And even this rain is poisonous rain. When it comes on strong and it hurts. And it hurts hard. That was a meteor dropping somewhere. Right, so we were making these little chappos. So stone large plate and the stone hammer head. And then we also need this tough rod as well. Insert rod jokes here. Then we go over to, is it you? No, it isn't, because what we've got to do is we take our stone pieces and we make more casts. So we grab our gold. I think we're going to need a lot of gold for this. And we run our gold through this little doohickey here. Yeah, the rain's nasty. Like I say, it's poisonous too when it first kicks in, so it hurts my head, especially when I'm wearing a helmet as well. You've come right at the end of the stream, I'm afraid, Shadow. I will be wrapping up relatively soon. I just want to make this one final tool, and then we've achieved everything we've come to achieve today. So 4 ingots. So we'll pour that beautiful gold over that fella there. And there's our cast. So we got 1 new cast. And then we'll need to do the hammerhead. thank you for popping in. It's lovely to see you. Welcome to my little humble stream. No cam edition. I'll just save you the displeasure of having to see my face. And apparently my mic is not sounding great today either, so I need to do some work there too. What have we got left? 7 ingots. Well, that's unfortunate that I need to process 7 ingots into individual ingots. Arcana says hydrate. I do need to hydrate. After 2 hours of talking incessantly about Minecraft, it does certainly start to play havoc on the vocal cords. Mike is not that bad, but it sounds like you're an 80s broadcaster. Oh, right. I mean, that might be down to the filters that I put on here. I was watching a video and it says, you know, if you've got a relatively bassy voice, do this. And that's exactly what I did. So, maybe that's the problem. What am I doing? I am getting completely roused out. Stick that in there. Let's process more of those ingots. Tonight, everybody, welcome to the Minecrafts. What did it sound like in the 80s? I can't remember. I'm trying to think back. Krypton Factor. Blue Peter. The Price is Right. Wheel of Fortune. What else was popular in the 80s? Bullseye. It's post-apocalyptic. I'm surprised he got a mic working at all. There is much machinery we can make in this game, Shadow. I will be making solar panels and everything at some point. Right, good. That's that. Now, these large plates are very pricey. You'll see in a second when I chuck some iron in here. And I'm going to go by the block load. We'll start with 1, so that's 9 ingots. Let's put that up there. You can go up there. You're not needed anymore. You're not needed anymore. And you're not needed anymore, so you can go over there. Look at you trying to save the planet after it's already effed up. Well, that's one of the 2 things I can do. I can either restore this one, and that's what I've been doing. This green wasn't here when I started, and let me just explain where it's come from. Have you ever heard about a little known scientific theory called panspermia? For those of you that aren't aware of what panspermia is, and I probably talked about it on a previous stream, it's where organic life starts in one location and is transported to another through the powers of I don't know, asteroids, meteors, or just some kind of foreign object landing onto the planet. So over here is a meteor that has fallen, and it's left a great big hole in the earth, and it brought with it 1 or 2 grass blocks. And those 1 or 2 grass blocks, we built a little kind of what's the word? Like we've directed it up here like this, and it's eventually just spread onto the world. So we've got green here now, but we certainly didn't start with it. Channel, that works. We're channeling grass up a hill and into this area here, because eventually, apparently, we should get friendly mobs spawn in, which at this current present moment aren't in the game because they're dead. All dead. Right, so we've got our 9 blocks there. Let's see how many of those 9 ingots it takes to fill this little jobby up. We need to do that twice for the hammer. Cool, so that's 1. What have we got left? 1 ingot left. So yeah, we're definitely going to need another block go through, and maybe another one as well. But yeah, the recipe was 2 of those, the hammerhead and then the tough binding rod. And let me tell you, these super hammers are the business. Shadow, have you ever played modded Minecraft before? And have you ever had a super hammer? I'm calling them Super Hammer. That's not their name, but it's just Hammer. But they are very super. So I've add the super on top. I've never played Minecraft, period. Wow. Well, I don't know what to say to that. Because either you have Minecrafted or you haven't Minecrafted. And coming at it like this might be a little abstract without understanding the vanilla experience, but usually in vanilla Minecraft you've got trees and animals and baddies and goodies and things are in places, there's villagers, there's chests, you can adventure, explore, find. The objective is to beat the Ender Dragon, and once you've beaten the Ender Dragon you essentially have kind of beaten the game. You can go on and do a couple of other things, but that's pretty much the crux of it, you know, and then you do to get to that point. And obviously it's a very creative game, you can go bananas with the creativity aspect of it, but with this modded Minecraft experience it goes beyond beating the dragon, it goes to the heavens and above and beyond. Right, hammer. So we've got our 2 plates, 1, 2, we've got our hammerhead and we've got our tough iron rod. That makes the iron hammer. Oh boy, I'm excited. I'm excited for iron hammers. Let's grab 1 diamond as well, because we're going to diamond tip this bad boy too, for the additional durability. And I think if any tool I have is going to need that additional durability, it's this hammer, because it is going to get a lot of play. And, well, it's night time now. Let me have a quick snooze. Don't want to pick those things up. Stick that there, stick you there. You guys go there. Can't believe it's still raining. Take a snooze. Right. Just to get these nasty neighborhood zombies off my porch. You guys are just arsing up the place. Get out of here, get out of here. So we go to our little mine shaft we've started making. But something's brought dirt here. I think one of those meteors has just brought that dirt there. Oh no, maybe it was just because I was doing the ultra mine thing. Anyway, so now if I take my iron hammer, I don't want to go that way because that's towards the base. We need the right shape here. So if I aim for the middle, there we go, we're getting a 3x3 every time. So yeah, this really, if I add the redstone to it as well, this really makes mining so much more efficient. And look at all the beautiful cobblestone we're getting. Eventually we are really not going to need cobblestone at all because we have so much of it, but yeah, this hammer is great. And like I say, even better once we've added some mods onto it as well. Hello, zombie. Plus you can fight with it. See? All good stuff. Yeah, the things that we've set ourselves out to do today, Shadow, was to build that smeltery that I was just hanging around near. So we've built that smeltery thing there for smelting all of our irons. That's not in vanilla Minecraft, that's all part of this mod pack. Otherwise you've got to do it the slow way through forges. Oh, and look, it's just stopped raining. And then we also made these really nice tools with the materials that we've taken from this. That was the 2 things I wanted to achieve in the 2 hours I had allocated for streaming today. We have achieved them both and more. In fact, one last thing I'm going to do before I properly sign off is let us make some more of these racks. 2, 3 and 4, we've got 5 of them. And 1, 2, 3, 4. We can stick these up here, and you know, why not show off the work that we've gone through today by putting our tools up on our smeltery, like the true blacksmith I am. That looks great, doesn't it? Fruits of our labour, right there. Great stuff. Right, well, I'm going to wrap things up there, everyone. Let's just do a little bit of inventory management. Yeah, probably off stream what I'll do is I'll just process all of this stuff here. Maybe I'll do a little bit of mining and get some blocks in place so you don't have to watch me do that next time around. And I will build myself a to-do list for next time. I think probably we're going to need to start with the beginnings of our space adventure. So in order to build a space rocket, we're going to need the NASA workbench, I think is what it is, which is going to need compressed steel. It's going to need advanced wafers, and in order to get compressed steel we need a compressor, so we're going to need to do that at some point. In order to get a wafer, we are going to need a circuit fabricator. We're going to need to be able to harness the power of energy better, because this coal generator really is not going to do the job long term. I think that's fine for this chemistry center here, but as we get into like proper electronics, I'd like to have a big wall of stuff here powered from something that's using a little bit more renewable energy. So maybe solar panels might be a good thing to try and do. What do we need to make the solar arrays and things? Let's have a look. So a solar generator, I mean, there's a basic one and an advanced one. Looking at the basic one here, we're going to need solar panels, which require osmium ingots. We can do that. Enriched alloys, we're going to need to get a metallurgic infuser to be able to do that. We're going to need to make glass. We can do that. So that we can do. We need one item for it. We're also going to need an energy tablet, apparently. And to do that, we need to do that. Yeah, so really it's that enriched alloy we need to be able to make to be able to do that. And obviously, yeah, with the solar panels, I can chuck a bunch of them outside the house, collecting solar energy. I can pipe that into a kind of an energy storage system that I can then power all of my items from, and that's going to make this job a lot easier as well. So that's the future of our playthrough. I bet you're all super excited to see that happen. So stay tuned for next time. And yeah, that kind of brings us to the end today. So let's just dump this stuff that's in my inventory here, and then we will sign off with a flourish, as they say. Now, I've played this before, Shadow. I got as far as building my first ship, getting off the planet, and then I realised when I was in space that I wasn't wearing a spacesuit. Which you think is probably like, why didn't you make a spacesuit before you went away? Actually, that's not true. I had a spacesuit on, but I didn't have any thermal gear underneath it. So as soon as I stepped off onto the moon, I was dead in seconds because I wasn't able to deal with the you know, the sub-zero temperatures up there. So yeah, that was a dumb mistake. And then after that, I kind of stopped playing for a little bit because other things got in the way. So this time we want to try and be able to better what we had done previously. Actually, before we go, let's check on our farm. That's a good thing to do as well. Right, leave me zombies because I don't have any weapons on me. It was a super rookie move of space exploration. Yeah, this farm is coming along lush now. Look at it go. Yeah, I was saying earlier on as well, we didn't have any of this, potatoes and carrots, but got a carrot from a zombie, and then from that we've got this whole farm on the go now. So now we're able to feed ourselves with not just rotten zombie flesh transformed into jerky, but also real vegetables with real nutritional value. Go me. take your undies. Yeah, thermal undergarments, undershorts. It's funny because when you make them, they look like wool, so it looks like you're wearing like a pair of wool pants and a wool vest and a wool hat. Cool. Right, inventory management complete.